hunt is on to find Britain's best amateur cooks.
The competition's definitely getting started now.
Real people in real kitchens.
Yeah, baby!
Woo! Face the ultimate cooking challenge.
Oh, no.
I think I've massacred this sauce.
Teams of two battle against the clock.
Panic, 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 panic.
We've got Tart issues.
To produce a restaurant-standard three-course meal
Ta-da!
that will impress their competitors.
But I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like it before.
I don't like the look of that brown stuff.
Would have gone for more meat, less hair.
And our esteemed judges. 4 times Chef of the Year, 8 times winner of Best Restaurant plus 2 Michelin stars, Michael Caines.
I've been working 22 years, 18 years at 2 Michelin stars. Cooking to my standard is going to be tough.
And founder of leading cookery school and renowned writer, Prue Leith.
I don't want a perfectly good meal. I want an exceptional dinner.
Each team will transform their homes into a restaurant for the night.
Oh, wow.
And the experience will be scored by their rivals.
Can anyone smell burning?
Check the bread.
Oh, shh.
That's not a good start. Haggis on fire.
But ultimately, the judges have the final say.
I think it falls a little bit flat on the palate.
Oh, thanks, Michael.
Part of me thought, God, that looks a mess.
You're just a bit weird.
At the end of the week, the teams will return to kitchen headquarters to find out who will reach the next round. The final winners will walk away not only with £10,000,
Stop cooking.
Step away from your benches.
but the right to say, my kitchen rules. Today is the last day of the Midlands and Wales heats, which have seen 4 amateur cooking teams do battle for the chance to win £10,000. Laura and Lewis, the foodie fiancés, set the bar very high,
It's not too sweet, fruity. It's perfect. I love it.
scoring 62 out of a possible 90 for their traditional Welsh menu.
That was quite good, wasn't it?
Yeah, amazing.
Inseparable sisters, Twee and Two, struggled with their taste of Vietnam.
To be honest, it's just a little bit disappointing, just a little flat.
Achieving a mid-ranking 58 points. And yesterday, medical mates Rachel and Andy danced into the lead with a taste of all-star Hollywood glamour.
This just might be the best Bakewell tart, raspberry comfort and custard I've ever had.
Scoring an impressive 64.
Oh, well done. It's amazing.
Today, we're on the outskirts of Nottingham
The time started, Alex. Better go and do that shopping.
with Nottingham newlyweds, Karen and Alex.
Horrible weather.
I'm Alex, this is Karen. We like to experience the best food in the world.
Alex and I have been married for 3 years. One of those. Michelin-star restaurants are something we enjoy thoroughly.
It's an important part of our relationship. We just don't sit down with a pizza in front of the telly.
In with the blackberries.
Don't overcook them, Alex.
No, my dear.
We're quite volatile's the wrong word. We
No, it probably isn't the wrong word.
No, because you've got to get rid of the water now, because it'll just splatter. Never mind. The one area of our cooking where we have reached Michelin Star status is probably in some of the sauces that we make. You need more than that, don't you?
No, please be quiet.
We're good cooks. We know we're good cooks. Hello. Right.
We're going to win the competition by producing the best food we can and sharing the love that we feel in creating that food.
Thank you.
Karen and Alex have 7 hours to shop, prep and create their restaurant for the night.
Oh, the delights of the Nottingham rush hour.
At the moment, my brain is full of fuzz. Probably couldn't boil an egg just at the moment.
In just a few hours, Karen and Alex's guests will arrive to critique and score their menu. But the ultimate judges they need to impress are 2 Michelin-starred chef Michael Caines.
It gives you a flavour problem and a texture problem.
And doyenne of home cooking, Prue Leith.
I've only had them once, and they were disgusting.
Failure to produce their food on time will result in points being deducted.
I am getting very hungry.
And by the end of the week, only 2 teams will remain.
Run, run. The clock's ticking. Time to go and get my fish. This is the real challenge of the day for me.
Morning.
Morning.
How can I help?
We'd like some salmon. We're after some lobster tails, some scallops.
I'm sure we can do something for you. Thanks.
Wonderful, thank you. Our starter today is seafood terrine with dill mayonnaise and homemade soda bread.
This seafood terrine is going to be interesting. I wonder how they're going to make it. Are they going to make a fish mousse or are they going to layer up the fish? I just don't know.
Thank you very much
Thank
indeed.
you very much indeed. Thank you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
It's going to be a long day.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
We're after some wild boar, a whole haunch and
no
some
problem.
loin, if you've got it.
Yep, I'll go and fetch you some.
Okay, thank you.
Our main course today is wild boar ragu with homemade pasta with fried crispy apple and parmesan salad. Wild boar is a real passion of mine. I think it's a great flavour. I really hope people like it.
Is that all right for you?
Brilliant.
Yeah, that looks
thank
lovely.
you.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed.
you.
Thanks a lot.
The thing about wild boar is it needs very long, slow cooking. And the thing about a ragu is it needs good reduction. And the thing about pasta is it needs not to be overcooked and sticky. So they've got quite a task ahead of them. I wouldn't be risking it.
OK, my dear, if you want to get in.
Stop calling me my dear. It's driving me crazy.
5 hours left to go. Still shopping, but we're ahead of schedule, which
Yes.
is good. So it's a very pleasant meal with Rachel and Andy.
I was impressed by the fact that they were the only two that were on time for all of their courses, and that's a concern I have about us. I don't want that to be the thing that knocks us out of the competition. OK, berries for the infamous tart.
OK, so...
If you get 4, then we can pick the small ones, all right? For our dessert today, we are serving a forest tart with forest berries and chantilly cream. These are from Nottingham, and they're the right size for us.
Yep.
So, yeah?
I expect the pastry to be nice and thin and short. I'm assuming we're going to get some wild berries in there. Perhaps it's going to be raw, bit of cream. I think they need to make sure they get a nice acidity through that fruit with that cream as well. But I'm expecting it to be a good dessert.
2.5 hours gone. That's the shopping out the way.
Oh, and it started raining again. OK, darling, here we go.
Most important thing, the boar.
So, everything unpacked. Let's go and sort out the restaurant now.
Cool.
OK.
Karen and Alex now have to transform their dining room into a themed restaurant for the night.
When our guests arrive in here, they just feel they're understanding what it would be like to eat in the middle of a forest. I just love that idea.
Yes.
That they'll be surrounded by leaves and lights, and it'll all be a bit of a grotto, really.
The Greenwood, the name of our restaurant, really represents our adopted home of Nottingham.
And of course, we've got to represent Robin Hood and his merry men, because what's Nottingham without Robin Hood?
I suppose that makes you maid merrier.
I think we're done.
Let's go cook.
OK, cool. We've got 3 hours, so
Let's get cooking.
let's get cooking.
Whilst Alex starts with the wild boar ragu for their pasta main course, Karen begins prepping fish for her terrine starter.
I'm going to get the fish out, Alex.
OK,
Are you going to be working there?
I'll work here if that gives you enough space.
Yes.
Is that all right?
But yeah, I'm fine.
To make the wild boar ragu, it's essentially a stew. I'm browning off the boar. I'm doing them in 2 batches just to make sure that there's plenty of space in the pan. I add in chopped olives and rosemary. Then I add in some tomatoes. It then all goes into a stew pan. Then it's just a question of letting it simmer for 3 or 4 hours. 1 hour,
The time
55
has
minutes.
come, darling, for me to start making this terrine.
With 2 hours to go, Karen and Alex still have a lot of prep to do.
To make the seafood terrine, I get together all the seafood. Here you go. Scallops and their roes. Salmon. In it goes. Giving it a Karen teaspoon. Bit of wine, bit of cream. Then whisk it up in the blender. I then stir in some beaten egg white.
What's the matter? What's the matter?
I've just remembered something. I didn't save enough scallops. I knew I should have got more scallops.
How many have we got left? Okay,
Plenty.
I might just have enough.
That was a really close shave. I'm a bit uncertain about the terrine anyway, and those scallops down the middle of the terrine gave it some substance.
Okay, so if there's anything wrong with this terrine, it will be that it's not totally smooth. Just got a bit of texture, which isn't bad, is it? I've had a couple of goes of cooking it with direct heat. It came out like rubber. This is a much gentler way of cooking.
And how long will that need in the oven?
That will need 40 minutes.
The terrine, now in the bain-marie, goes into the oven, and Alex starts the parmesan baskets. The Nottingham Newlyweds have 1 hour to go before the guests arrive.
So in theory, Case, these parmesan baskets are really simple.
I know, so has it gone wrong?
No, not yet. They're a bit of a faff, these baskets. It's melting parmesan cheese in a pan, waiting until it's got nice and flat and just starting to go golden, making sure the edges will come off the pan. I then take the pan over to the sink, turn it over a ladle so that I can get a basket shape. Ah, yeah, that's more like it.
I'm going to have to make the pastry now. Irritatingly, I don't think I'm going to be able to blind bake it and get it rested before the guests arrive. I was really hoping to get this done and dusted before then.
Right, this is in the fridge.
41 minutes to go.
Come on, water, boil! You need to get the terrine into the fridge.
I really do not want to drop this.
The terrine now needs an hour in the fridge to chill.
Excellent. That's really good. So at least something I can tick off the list. I don't know what it tastes like, but we know at least it's not split and it's set.
Nice.
To accompany the terrine, Karen and Alex are making a mayo with homemade dill oil.
Time to strain it through the muslin. It's tasting pretty good, actually. It's got a nice flavour of dill in the background. I think this has really worked.
With only minutes before the guests arrive, there's just enough time for Karen and Alex to get changed.
I'm really looking forward to getting some tasty food. I'm really hungry.
Expecting good, high quality, lots of exciting things this evening.
I'm going to do the mayonnaise. There's just enough time to get it done.
Sorry, love, we have to go.
I can't stop.
We have to go. Please, Alex. Alex, we have to go right now. Right now, this instant.
Coming.
Because else I'm going to go on my own.
What were you thinking when I switched off the whisker?
Don't know what to do.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Hi.
Good
to see you. Hi.
Quite a surprise, Andy, because I think Karen looks a bit nervous, actually.
Hello, my dear. How are you? Oh, good.
Good to see you. Welcome.
Come on in, mate.
Good evening and welcome to our home. Thank you. Wow. Rachel and Andy, if you'd like to sit here.
As we walk into the room, all we can see is greenery and shrubs and lots of wood. It's really enchanting.
Yeah. Welcome to our home and our restaurant, the Greenwood.
The theme of our restaurant is the forest.
Karen and Alex's theme is fabulous. I love it.
Our idea is that you're welcomed into an area of the forest that's calm and relaxed, where you'll partake of some of the wonderful food that's available within the area.
Thank you. We'll see you later.
Thank you. I love the menus laid out. Me too. Just the tiny details.
Looking forward to this, are you?
Yeah, really looking forward to that.
Well, I think they all looked excited, didn't they?
They did. I think they liked the restaurant very much.
They did. Time to shell the lobsters.
Karen and Alex are using lobster to add flair to their seafood terrine.
The way I do them, let me show you. I kind of break their back like that and then work off the tail. So this bit here, it gets broken.
Well, it's last night of the competition. It's been very exciting, hasn't it? And I mean, we're in this wonderful restaurant.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this evening.
Very excited. I can't wait to eat. Getting hungry now.
The judges, food expert Prue Leith and Michelin-starred chef Michael Caines, have arrived.
So, last one of the region, Wales and the Midlands.
Not
well, I wonder what they can pull out of the hat.
Who'd ever have thought that Prue Leith and Michael Caines would be coming for dinner at my house?
Hello, Karen, Alex.
To our house.
See you.
Hello.
Good.
Join us.
Fabulous, go on.
Well, this is pretty green, isn't it? Wonderful.
Welcome to our restaurant, the Greenwood.
The theme of our restaurant is a forest. We are transporting you to a quiet clearing in Sherwood Forest, there to enjoy the fruits of the forest and the game that lies therein.
You may open your menus.
It was a very productive forest that produces salmon and seafood.
I think the menu looks exciting. Definitely different things going on here.
Our starter is seafood terrine with dill, mayonnaise and soda bread.
I'm not sure about the starter, which is seafood terrine, because I don't know how close Nottingham is to the sea from here.
Our main course is wild boar ragu with fresh pasta, crispy fried apple and parmesan salad.
We know how difficult homemade fresh pasta can be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really hope they execute it well.
And for dessert, we are doing a forest tart with chantilly cream.
Could be a custard, or we don't know what's going to be in the dessert, but there are elements that they've got to be
quite
right.
difficult.
So, Karen and Alex, thank you for welcoming us into your home and taking us to this wonderful Greenwood, where I hope to find wonderful cuisine and, of course, great hospitality.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Karen and Alex now have 45 minutes to get their seafood terrine starter to the table.
We can get 8 of those pink halves. That would be absolutely fantastic.
It would also be quite remarkable given we have 6 tails.
No, because they can cut in half. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
There's a lot of technique going into this menu with the terrine, fresh pasta. We had some great food last night, and I'm hoping that the guys, follow suit with that tonight as well.
Interested to see if they are going to layer the terrine and what fish they're actually going to use within that. But I love seafood anyway, so I'm happy.
And the dessert, I mean, I had a tart yesterday, is another tart today, so it's interesting to compare. So definitely looking forward to it.
They're quite clever. They just say seafood terrine. I mean, that could be anything.
Yeah.
With 10 minutes left before serving their starter,
Now, about how thick for the toast? About that thick, do you think?
the pressure's on to plate up, as being late will cost valuable points.
I don't think that Alex is slicing the bread thickly enough. It actually is supposed to have some substance to go alongside the mousse.
It's getting a bit thin, aren't they? Because they're not meant to be melted toast.
I just need to do the first slice in the terrine. The key thing I need to establish from doing this is that the scallop is actually cooked. And lo and behold, it's a perfect scallop.
With just 10 minutes on the clock, it's time to bring the dish together.
Plating is taking a bit longer than expected, but I think it's worth it.
It's Prue Leith and Michael Caines. It's not your mate next door. And I just feel these plates look a bit ordinary.
Come on then, my dear. Time's up. Let's go serve up. So, starter is served. A seafood terrine with dill mayonnaise and soda bread.
Thank you.
Overall presentation's good.
I wasn't expecting the lobster, but it's a very welcome addition.
Michelin-starred chef Michael and cookery expert Prue will be the first to taste and critique Karen and Alex's starter, which they will score at the end of the meal.
So the judges are having a look at the terrine, they're looking at its construction, deciding whether or not it's something they like, I think.
I'm not getting any positive vibes coming off them.
Karen and Alex, when you made your mousse, did you put egg white in there?
Yes.
We have long abandoned the idea of putting egg white in because the protein in the fish has got enough. So if you just use the fish, blending it with cream, you would have got a good texture anyways. It gives you a flavour problem and a texture problem as well.
Karen looks gutted, to be fair.
Karen looks gutted. That said, the scallop inside was cooked beautifully. The dill mayonnaise, there's just not enough of it on the plate. It's actually quite nice. The soda bread, it's a bit doughy in the middle. It's not unpleasant when you eat. It just doesn't really show soda bread off in a way that I'm used to tasting. But, you know, that said, it's a good effort, so well done.
I think the flavour of the soda bread is delicious. You can taste the unrefined wheat in there. It's really good. But it is heavy. The lobster is perfectly cooked. To achieve the scallop and be able to cut it, and you've managed to give everybody a bit of scallop, which is quite an achievement. And I must say, I'm really enjoying it. But I would like a ton more dill mayonnaise, and I can't detect the dill. But I think it's good. I really do.
OK.
So I'm very aware that the pressure is on, and of course that main course needs to be prepared and cooked and served. So let's let you get back to the kitchen and we will continue with our starter. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
I think those comments were very fair.
I think they were very fair.
On with the main.
Karen and Alex now have an hour to get their main course on the table whilst their guests tuck into the starter.
I think the texture is not as I expect. I thought it's a bit more solid than this.
I can't taste the dill coming through it yet.
Lobsters.
The lobster is outstanding. I think it's really, really, really nice.
What do you think about that?
I think it did have massive potential, that mayonnaise, if they'd have just put some more, maybe fresh herbs in it.
I was excited by the menu because I love terrine, but I think it's a bit spongy.
I actually did like the texture.
Overall, I think it's good. I like it, but I think it could have done a lot better.
With half an hour left, Alex concentrates on the pasta while Karen prepares her chocolate pastry cases for dessert. In the hot kitchen, the rich short crust pastry is proving hard to handle.
So it's just breaking off even when it's quite thick.
I'm having to re-roll the pastry in between every tart mould, so it's taking forever.
I don't know whether or not it just needs some more time in the fridge or I should stick it in the freezer. It's split. It's on time.
Just to make my life really happy, here is Prue looking at my pastry making.
It's a bit thick, but it's kind of meant to be a bit thick.
Having Prue in the kitchen is very nice, but it means I can't get on with what I'm doing, which is going to make us even later.
Do you ever put it between two bits of plastic?
Do you know, I was thinking maybe that's what I should be trying.
You could be much more brutal with it, squish it out as much as you like.
Yes. If this works,
you'll be grateful.
I will be hugely grateful.
If it doesn't, you can blame me.
Yeah, you see, I can't lose, can I?
Anyway, good luck.
Time to get the meat out of the ragu, start the sauce reducing, and then get on with shredding the meat.
Don't take the lid off if it's not boiling, darling.
With the ragu ready, Alex needs to get the water boiling for the pasta.
Do you put salt in?
Yes. Karen makes the same comment she makes every time I make pasta, which is, you don't put in the salt until later. I put it in at the beginning.
It makes a difference. We will look up the science after this meal is over. I can cry into my beer.
Wretched water is not boiling. It's on the hob. The hob is going full blast, and it is not boiling. This water still isn't on the boil.
It will take at least 20 minutes to cook all the sheets of pasta, but Karen and Alex have to serve in 10. Being late will cost them valuable points.
Go and tell the dining room we're waiting for water to boil.
Do you want to do that, Nasty? Keep watching this.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to leave Alex cooking the pasta and just go and make our apologies for the lateness of the food.
I've come in to let you know that we're going to be a little bit later than we expected to be. We're waiting for water to boil for the pasta.
I'm not comfortable in doing this at all.
We will be out as quickly as we can.
Thank you, Karen.
Boiling the water is simple. You can put on the kettle.
So I do feel their pain.
It's the dreaded curse of pasta. Do you know what? I'd rather wait and have something great than have something rushed that's not as good.
I think I can understand her a bit because we went through the same situation before when you go under pressure, so something can go wrong anytime.
I really think that not being on time is an awful pity.
I think you may have a boil.
Hallelujah.
Unfortunately, the pasta has expanded in the water, so they're a bit too big for the rings, but we can't do anything about that. We have to carry on.
I'm about to unmask one and see if it holds up as a stack. I'm not convinced that it will, but if it doesn't, it doesn't.
It's up, it's there, and it's standing. It's leaking oil a bit, but it's a stack.
The main is now 15 minutes late, and they still have the Parmesan baskets and salad to plate up.
Did you put the dressing on before we did this?
No, I haven't put the dressing on.
Oh, I was going to put the dressing on before we did this.
OK, well, no worries, we'll dribble over.
Please don't do too much, will you?
I always worry about too much dressing because I'm not a dressing fan.
I'm crap at dressings of any description, you know that. Oh, don't go crazy with it, will you?
Go.
OK, right.
30 minutes late, the main is ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, apologies once again for the delay. Main is served.
As with the starter, the judges will taste the main course first, critiquing it for Karen and Alex. They'll score it at the end of the meal with points deducted for the dish arriving late.
The first thing that hits me is the smell, and it smells absolutely divine.
So the plates go down, the judges are looking at them, they're having a good old prod and a poke. I'm thinking, I hope they enjoy the sauce.
I'll pick up on the menu description first and foremost, which I think is a real mistake because it suggests that we're going to get a crispy fried apple and Parmesan salad, but the apples aren't fried, but the Parmesan is the crisp element to which you've done. So I think you just need to think about how you might word your menu a little bit more carefully. I'll turn to the bit that I think is a real triumph here, which is lovely ragu. You've cooked it beautifully, you've got those olives in there, you've got great tomato for giving natural acidity. It's got lots of flavour. However, the sauce is a bit watery. It's layered up between the thin pasta. For me, I'd like it just a little bit more al dente. But that said, it's still a fantastic amount of flavour that's coming through. It's rich, it's intense, and it's well seasoned. Well done on a great ragu.
I think that the pasta is absolutely perfect. It's as thin as anything, lovely flavour, properly seasoned, you can taste the sage, and it's just cooked perfectly.
Prue's very positive about the pasta and the ragu. I really appreciated that.
Salad. This is a missed opportunity. The flavours are lovely. The apple, celery, classic flavours, watercress. I would have loved a touch more dressing because I actually began to go around saying, is there any dressing?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bit of a mixed bag in terms of the feedback that we're hearing. Both of them seem to love the ragu, so I'm looking forward to trying it.
I think the rest of your guests must be absolutely desperate to get in there and eat it. So I think you should go and worry about the pudding.
Okay.
Well done, though.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, what positives did you take from that, Alex? We need to think positives just at the moment.
That I have a wonderful wife.
Yes, I know.
I think Alex achieved what he set out to achieve with the ragu and the pasta. The salad was a bit of a miserable flop, but hey, at least 50% of the dish was good.
Karen and Alex have 45 minutes to get their forest tart on the table, while their guests can now finally taste the main.
The pasta is very light. It's lovely, I like it.
I'm enjoying this. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it as well, yeah.
It was nice, the pasta was lovely. Lovely and thin. Ours was cooked slightly more al dente, but delicious, melted in your mouth. So, yeah, I really enjoyed it.
The Parmesan basket, the flavour was good. Mine was a little bit on the soft side, but I ate it anyway because it was really nice with the ragu.
We waited half an hour for that dish. Was it worth the wait?
I think for the ragu, I'm happy to wait for it because I love the flavour, so I enjoy it.
Would a free glass of wine from the patron make it go down a bit better?
A free bottle of wine.
Karen and Alex have 20 minutes left for their dessert, but their fragile tarts still need to be filled with creme pâtissière, covered with berries and plated.
What do you think of that?
It's not what I kind of had in my mind.
This delicate pastry has to get onto the plate in one piece. We have got the chantilly cream. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get that onto the plate, in a dollop or a blob or what.
I think 2 quenelles, even if I do a bit weird. Have you got enough cream?
No, do 1.
Oh, it's not enough.
Do
though.
1.
All right, then, I'm going to do a blob.
No, do a
No,
quenelle.
the quenelle, by its very nature, has got to be that size. That isn't enough.
Well, do 2 quenelles then.
And that's what I'm saying. I haven't got time to do 18 quenelles, unless you feel you can do them as well.
Do you want me to do them?
You can help me do them.
Well, we've had 2 couples who are not married, who are siblings or friends. Do you think marriage makes it more difficult, like learning to drive with your partner or...?
When you are partners, you don't worry about upsetting the other person.
This sort of water off a duck's back.
Karen and Alex are still quenelling cream for their dessert. With 3 minutes to go, they're up against it.
Oh, my goodness me. I'll take to Michael.
And I will take to Prue.
Let's go. Last dish. Dessert is served.
I can't wait for them to put it down in front of me so I can get stuck into it.
They're moving around, Alex.
They're looking quite pleased. Some of those telltale glances going on between them.
You know, I love chocolate, and I love all those berry fruits, and I normally hate chocolate and fruit together. Oh, no. But it's delicious. Oh, good. The pastry is really light, and it's as short as anything. And funnily enough, I thought it would be too rich with the cream, but somehow the cream actually lightens it. It's a real pleasure. I think technically, I don't think I can fault it. Very good pudding.
Thank you.
They should be so proud of themselves, and Karen literally looks like she's going to burst into tears.
Bless her.
Karen and Alex, your dessert is a great way to finish your menu. It's a beautiful dish, perhaps the dish that's been best presented tonight. Colourful, vibrant and really attractive on the plate. Nice spacing, good consideration. The choice of pastry is very clever because it's thicker than what you would perhaps want it or suspect it to be, but because it's so short, it doesn't matter. It's delicate, it's melt in the mouth. It's a little bitter from the chocolate being so dark, and you need the fruit, therefore, to cut through it, and that extra cream helps. There's a little bit of a battle going on between the chocolate and the elements of fruit on the plate. At the moment, the bitterness of the chocolate's winning that battle, but that's a very small criticism to what has been a great ending and a wonderful triumph, so well done.
I'm pleased about the comments because it's been an interesting evening, and thank you. I'm glad that you've enjoyed it.
So why don't you go and have a glass of wine so our guests can start the dessert?
Thank you. Enjoy.
I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Prue Leith thinks you've done magnificent pastry.
I know. It's lovely, isn't it?
It is.
I'm pleased.
So Rachel and Andy, what do you think of that?
I think it's an excellent dessert, don't you?
Yeah, really, really delicious. The only thing I would do to improve that dish is give me more of it.
I thought the chantilly cream with it was brilliant, and the berries were delicious.
I mean, for me, I think it's the best dessert I've had for the whole competition.
Wow, that's quite a statement.
Absolutely. Really, really, really enjoyed it.
Hug me, husband. Oh!
It's now time to find out if Karen and Alex's hard work in the kitchen has paid off. Each team will now mark the meal out of 10 for a possible 30 points.
For me, the highlight is the dessert.
The dessert was lovely. Let's score them.
We are happy to give them a score of 6 out of 10.
Okay, I'm happy with that.
The main were late. Things didn't go quite to plan in the kitchen. We're thinking that we'd like to score them 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I think 6 is a fair score.
So what do you think about the starter?
I thought it was okay.
I agree with what Prue said, and it was a little bit eggy.
The bread was a bit heavy.
If there was a tart competition, that one hands down. I wouldn't give a 7 because I don't think they did as well as last night. So I think we go meet halfway and say a 6.
Okay, I agree.
Oh, this bit I'm really not looking forward to. Could be really painful. I'm hoping it's not as painful as I think it's going to be.
We'll soon find out.
Karen and Alex, thank you for welcoming us into your themed restaurant for the evening, the Greenwood. The guest teams have given you a combined score of 18 out of a possible 30.
It's disappointing, I suppose, and I think probably more than anything else, we're our own worst critics, aren't we?
I am feeling for Karen and Alex. I don't think things have maybe gone as well as what we had hoped and they had hoped.
So it's all down to what the judges score us now then.
I need to tell you that we won't be revealing our scores tonight because we'll be doing that back at kitchen headquarters.
Dun, dun, dun. So everybody else knows their scores. We now have to wait until we get to kitchen headquarters before we find ours out.
The competition is ramping up as it now moves to kitchen headquarters, where our 4 teams will discover who will be going through to the next round and who will be going home.
It's still wide open. You don't know how Prue and Michael are going to mark.
I would be amazed if we're not on the bottom of that leaderboard.
We are very nervous to be at the kitchen's headquarters.
Medical mates Rachel and Andy are currently in the lead with 64 points, which could send them straight through to the next stage of the competition. The teams in 2nd and 3rd place will compete head-to-head in Friday's cook-off for the remaining place in the next round. So Karen and Alex need 41 from a possible 60 points from the judges to stay in the competition.
I think we're out.
I think we're out too.
Teams, welcome back to kitchen headquarters, but it's now time to move the competition up to the next level.
You will be cooking under more pressure than you ever have before, and you will be judged by some of the finest palates in the UK. We've had the last restaurant of the night for the Midlands and Wales region. Karen and Alex, now it is time for us to reveal what we thought of your meal. For your starter, you served us seafood terrine with lobster, scallops, dill mayonnaise, and soda bread. The lobster was perfectly cooked, the scallops were perfectly cooked, the dill mayonnaise was delicious, not enough dill.
Technically, there are a few things that I thought you could have improved upon. The mousse, leaving out the egg would have been okay because there was enough protein with the ingredients you used. So the score I'm giving you is 6.
I'm giving you a score of 7.
I thought they would completely tear it apart, so I am pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Your main course, you served wild boar ragu layered with sage pasta with a salad of crisp apple and parmesan. The wild boar ragu had good depth of flavour. However, for me, I thought the pasta could have been a little more al dente. Creating pasta like you did isn't very easy.
I thought your pasta was a triumph. It was beautifully thin, perfect. The salad was just a bit strange, and it didn't quite work. But overall, I thought it extremely good, and I gave it a 7.
The score I'm giving you for your main is 6.
I'm really sad about the salad with the ragu, because it kind of let down the ragu, really.
For your dessert, a forest tart with wild berries and chantilly cream. It was absolutely delicious. I could not fault this tart. The pastry was light, the chantilly cream was delicious, the cooking was perfect.
The mousse in it was light and also nice contrast to the acidity that you get within the berries themselves. It was a great way to end your menu. Well done. So, the score I'm giving you for your dessert is an 8.
And for your dessert, I am giving you an 8. So, Karen and Alex, that gives you a total score of 60 and puts you in 3rd position.
I am astounded and stunned that we're 3rd.
Rachel and Andy, this means you're the highest scoring team and you've won immunity to the next round. Well done.
That feels great. We're really looking forward to the next stage, really. Can't wait to do the next challenge.
Rachel and Andy top the leaderboard with 64. At the other end of the table, our inseparable sisters, Twee and Two, with a score of 58.
So, Twee and Two, I'm sorry, but you are the lowest scoring team. This is the end of your culinary journey, and you must leave the competition.
When I entered this competition, I learned myself being more confident, being a bit more bossy in the kitchens. Usually my sister, she is very a bossy lady, but now I think I'm in charge of the kitchen right now.
I think it's really sad to see the girls go in. I've got to know them, and they're passionate about cooking and that, so I feel...
It's really nice girls.
Yeah.
Overall, it's been a good experience.
Laura and Lewis and Karen and Alex, we'll see you tomorrow for the Grand Regional Cook-Off.
I'm still reeling from the fact that we're not going home, and in fact, I'm really, eek.
Bring it on.
And may the best team win.
Rachel and Andy are through with immunity. We're in the cook-off. We have to deal with it.
Yeah, we just got to smash the cook-off now.
Next time,
Laura and Lewis versus Karen and Alex. One team will win, the other will be eliminated.
I'm not sure that crackling's going to be done in time.
That's too pink. Alex, come on!
Watch your fingers.
This could be a comeback dish. You are eliminated from the competition.